Quarantine. So, I'm in isolation, like the rest of us, trapped in quarantine based on this coronavirus situation, and it has kind of given me a chance just to reflect on what to do and how do I progress with later on this year. It's one of the situations where I've been complaining to myself that I kind of want more time to do my own things and just, focus on my business or plan out my training routines, and I do have the time to do it, but it's just I don't have the chance to execute on them because of this situation. But hopefully it'll blow over. But yeah, this is like a second video of the Real Just Eat podcast. I'm chilling here on my computer, just trying to do some work, but also trying to do this at the same time. And I'm just going to talk about the stages of how this whole thing just like happened with the coronavirus situation and how it's changed dramatically for Britain. So it kind of started off with how we just here and now you see people just talking about it at the gyms or at university. My friends always goes, actually about the coronavirus and how it's changing. And then the next day you walk into uni, your teacher telling you that the college might close down this week or it might be next week, and then a few days later you find out the colleges are closed down across the UK, and then next thing you know schools have closed down, and then a few days later my gym closes down, and then eventually we're on lockdown. So it's just kind of different. It has gradually started to change for everyone in the UK, not just for me but everybody else. But I think a lot of people who it's been affected by is businesses and entrepreneurs. It's affected me definitely because I have my own photography business, and it's kind of like held me back in terms of going out and taking pictures. But there's still some things I'm going to be able to do with this whole situation. I'm probably just going to just write a few blogs and just edit a few pictures and try and make some new advertising and create new strategies. But yeah, I feel like if I can give advice to anyone who's going through these situations of quarantine and might actually have a problem of trying to figure out what to do, I'll probably say this is the chance just to write down goals and objectives you want to do for the rest of next year, possibly if you can make it without any lockdown situation. But I'll probably just say just focus on what you want to do and just take this time just to think and to grow, and just be grateful that you have the time just to relax on it. But be mindful that this is a real situation and we need to like just hang in together and just stay indoors. But it is a bummer sometimes because there is certain things I just want to go outside for a bit, and just I can't really necessarily do that unless it's for an hour. But it has hit a point where I've heard that Boris is in hospital now because of the whole situation, and it's just crazy how the whole thing just changes. It must like a few days or weeks, and Italy's in lockdown now. But from my experience, I've been out like a few times, but I've just gone shopping. But I'd probably say the first week I've been off uni and I went shopping for the first time, it started off like you just see little lines of people just walking to the supermarkets like Tesco's and Morrison's. But then as the weeks went by, it's just completely different now. Like everyone's just outside lining up with one trolleys. We have to go like 2 meters behind each other. We've got member staff just telling us how long we have to wait to actually go into the supermarkets. And then when you do go into the supermarkets, there's like arrows on the floors. It kind of like indicates and shows people which direction to walk and which way people should go. As you go through different aisles, you see that the sides have been cleaned up and there's hardly any like food or things like that. But yeah, it's just a crazy experience of what's been happening. But hopefully I'm gonna try and produce a short documentary about the whole experience and release it soon in the next couple of weeks. But I'm just gonna, as soon as I get opportunities to go out more, I'm just gonna document it as much as I can with my camera, try to be more private as I can. But I have filmed a few bits and pieces for it, and I have planned out what exactly I'm gonna put in my documentary for this. But yeah, I'm just gonna film a few TV advertisements from BBC News about what's been happening. I'm gonna film supermarkets if I do get a chance to go out. I'm just gonna just document as much as I can, because realistically, I shouldn't really be out more than 2 hours. I've only been told that everyone in the UK has to be out for at least an hour. But it has affected like lots of families, because we're not even allowed to go see our grandparents or other friends or family. So a lot of people are kind of like struggling just to understand how do we overcome this adversity and how do we like move forward from this. But the day will come where we will find out we're no longer to be in lockdown. But at the meantime, I'm just recording podcasts, trying to plan out documentaries and films, and trying to work on my businesses, what to do next year. But it's one of them ones, man. It's a huge blow to the chest, but it has its windows, and I have to just be focused and just walk through these windows and just trying to see what I can do in the meantime. But yeah, that's how it's going. But this channel is going okay so far. I've kind of watched the first one, my first podcast, and I did hear a lot of mistakes. There was a lot of crackling and noises, and also the theme song by Chucky Beats was a bit too loud and kind of suffocated the whole concept of the podcast. So I'm planning to just try this one best of my abilities, and then hopefully just learn from my mistakes and make it better. And then hopefully in the meantime, I'm going to buy new audio equipment and just start recording properly with a real microphone, because at the moment I'm just using a Rode microphone attached to my camera on my phone and just recording and just uploading onto Premiere Pro. But the templates of it, I just designed it on Photoshop and also Premiere Pro templates as well, so it's just easy just to use and to follow through. But as the channels move forward, the episodes, I'm going to make them a little bit longer, because the last episode was at least 4 minutes long. I'm going to try and stretch this one out as much as possible. But yeah, but hopefully this quarantine can end soon as possible, and I can go out and just film stuff and just record things and just edit pictures and whatnot. But it has changed massively for me, because my university assignments, I have to do a brand new documentary, but I have to completely scratch my original plan, which is film performing arts. But I'm gonna have to do one on just photography or videography and just caption history through certain events and how they can be used for documentaries and make them more powerful. But other than that, it's doable. This is doable, the podcast is doable, and just everything is just will work out in its end. But yeah, that's it for me today. Just do a quick podcast episode just to keep talking and just continue to build up the channel. But yeah, thank you for listening to the Real Just the second podcast, and hopefully I'll give an update on how this quarantine thing's going on. Bye.